Good day, my name is Angelo. Welcome to Nation's Voice Tower, your most preferred YouTube channel. How have we been? As for we over here, we've been doing just perfectly okay, alright? Yeah, our love and our prayers are with all of us Nigerians, alright? Now, I have an expose. This one is also linked to the case ongoing in Chicago, in Illinois, in the District Court of Illinois. And then it also links to, the FBI files that are supposed to be released, okay, sometime in October, or containing what or the records of Bola Ahmed Tinibu in the US, right? Now, Bola Ahmed Tinibu has a plan, all right? He has a plan to boycott the District Court of Illinois and the judgment of Judge Nancy Eldorado, all right? Now, the truth is, there is a way that Bola Tinubu wants to do this, all right? He wants to use an influential person, more influential than him, world influence now. I'm not talking about Nigerian influence, international influence, all right? He wants to use somebody with a very, very high profile, somebody with a very, very big, community or a large expanse of influence, internationally to get back at the court in Illinois and to get back at the Judge Nancy, all right? And this is the expose I'm bringing to you. Bola Tinubu believes in loyalty. He believes in, everything that money can buy can work. He believes money can do everything. And in one of his transactions, he was caught and exposed. Bat's plan. Yes, I'll call him Bat, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Bola Ahmed Tinubu's plan to boycott the District Court of Illinois has been exposed, all right? Bola Ahmed Tinibu awards multi-billion naira road contract to the Chaguris family, all right? The high-tech construction company belonging to one Gilbert Chaguri, all right, who is also an ally of Bola Tinubu. So you have to listen to this. I will tell you why he, awarded the contract of the Calabar-Lagos Expressway and to Gilbert Chaguri, who is a very close ally of his, and I will tell you how he wants Gilbert Chaguri to help him, to go or delve into the court case in Illinois, far away Chicago, and see how, he can be helped so that his academic records and FBI records will not be out. So you have to listen carefully because I will link one after the other and then I will give you evidences. Then you will know that, yes, Tinibu has a plan and he wants somebody influential to help put in a word or two for him at the court in Illinois. Now, first of all, according to our sources, in what appears from our source, now I had to, of course, normally I had to consult one or two sources and I have a grip on the information now. In what appears to be a thank you for the dirty jobs, Bola Tinubu has awarded the multi-billion naira road construction contract of the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway to a company known as High Tech Road Construction Company, a company owned by one Gilbert Chaguri and family. All right. Now, Gilbert Chaguri, listen to a bit, like a glimpse of his profile. Gilbert Chaguri is a bagman for corrupt leaders. And then, of course, apart from leaders in Nigeria, he lives in France and is currently with Tinibu strategizing on how to wriggle out of his academic record scandals before the U.S. District Court. Chaguri supported Tinibu in cash and in kind during the 2023 presidential elections and also brokered Tinubu's relationship with France's President Emmanuel Macron. All right, you notice that recently every little thing, every little occurrence, Tinibu is in Paris, he's in France. Every small meeting, he's in France. The meeting between Tinibu and Olukayode Ariwola, alleged meeting, that is the CJN, then was in Paris. Where the judges, after the tribunal went to, was also in Paris, all right? Yeah, so lots of things have been happening, and it is in Paris, in France. That is as a result of Tinubu's relationship with Emmanuel Macron, and the relationship was brought about by this Gilbert Chaguri, whom Tinibu has availed or awarded this multi-billion naira contract, talking about the Lagos Calabar Coastal Highway. All right. Now, it has been confirmed that this contract has been given to Chaguri. All right. And we want to link Chaguri to the high-tech company. How did we know that this high-tech company is or belongs to Gilbert Chagoury. That's one. Then how do we know that Gilbert Chagoury has a questionable dignity and questionable background for him to be able to, become a very close ally to Bola Tinibu? If you're very close to Bola Tinibu, you must have a dark past. Yes, we noticed that with almost all of his friends, all right, both intimate and far away, all right. Yes, a business and political. That is how it is. I will show you a proof, all right. You would have a bad past, of course, or you would have something shady you're doing right now. Yeah, so that is aside. So how did we get to know that Chagoury is linked illegally with lots of stuff? That's different. All right. Now, I will show you a proof. First of all, that shows that the high-tech company limited, construction company limited, belongs to Gilbert Chagoury and family. All right. Now, as you can see on your screen, this particular document here is a document showing a proof of evidence and showing whom the owners of high-tech construction company limited are, who the directors are, whom the shareholders are, both the little and the heavy shareholders. You can see them there. And in one of the documents, the first one, you could see that there is a name, Ronald Noel Chagoury, as one of the biggest shareholders and also a director. All right, he is part of the Gilbert Chagoury family. All right, that is to tell you that he has a bigger share in that company. Hence, the reason why Gilbert Chagoury is the chief executive officer of that particular company, known as High-Tech Construction Company Limited. All right. Next slide, as you can see, is another document and information on the company itself, High-Tech Construction Company. You can see it has the status there mentioned, activity and types of entity mentioned there, and then it has also, its name, and to confirm that, yeah, this is indeed the company that is undertaking the contract, all right, of road constructions. Now, how do we know that he is constructing the Lagos Calabar Coastal Highway? When you go to Google, I want to tell you, don't even go to news websites, all right? Because if I tell you to go to Nigerian news websites, you will see lots of them. You will see lots of information about how this contract was awarded to him. But not that. When you just go to Google, just type it. Who is undertaking the contract of the Calabar Lagos Coastal Highway? The first name that will appear on your list is Gilbert Chagoury, all right? And then you can also type and say, who is the owner of High-Tech Construction Company Limited? The first answer that would come up on your screen, according to with the part of Google where questions and answers are answered, you will see that the Calabar Lagos Coastal Highway was awarded, contract was awarded to this same High-Tech Construction Limited. So it's everywhere, all right? It's everywhere. It has been confirmed that the contract was awarded to him a few days ago. Now, how do we know that Chagoury has a very bad past? Now listen, according to Sahara reports, as you can see on your screen, we have facts, don't worry, we'll get there. According to Sahara reports, the actual inscription or the actual caption that this particular news had says, how Nigerian government awarded Lagos Calabar Coastal Highway contract to Tinibu's Lebanese ally, who was accused of terrorism. Can you hear? Who was accused of terrorism, drug dealings in the US, and he was linked to Abacha's stolen funds. Can you now see that it has been confirmed that this Chagoury man is actually a bagman for bad politicians? The same job Bola Tinibu was doing while he was in US. He was a bagman for drug dealers. So bets that do what? Let me not complete the proverb. Of course. All right. So the truth is, these two people are very close allies, and they have a very, very shady past and present together. Hence the reason why Tinibu wants to use him, to talk to or to, put in a good word or two to the court in US about his the availability or the request of his academic records and the FBI records that is supposed to be out sometime in October. That is that. Next on our updates, I have something quite sad for obedience. Yes, the Lagos State Governorship Tribunal sitting in Lagos, and the judges involved have given their ruling. All right, it's no longer news that Labour Party and the People's Democratic Party lost in Lagos State, okay, advocating and upholding the victory of Babajide Sanwo-Olu of the APC as governor-elect of Lagos State. That's aside. Now, the Labour Party legal team in the tribunal of Lagos State actually had this to say after the court sittings. They were not happy, but they were speaking as if they were compelled to say what they were saying, as if they were threatened to say what they were saying. And this is the more reason why I want you to pay attention to this video next coming on your screen, so that you will be able to tell me what you feel these people are talking from, or what they are talking for. All right, because the lawyers seem to be talking, out of duress. All right, hope that is not what I'm thinking, because of course it's no longer news that justice was subverted in the Lagos State Governorship Tribunal. Please stay tuned.
The tribunal has also delivered a decision. The tribunal, in its wisdom, has looked at the interpretation of Section 1A and gave this decision. We would also apply for that decision and advise our clients appropriately. On the whole, we will say the tribunal has done its job. We cannot ask for more, and we encourage every member of the Labour Party, all obedience, to stay calm and respect the rule of law as we encourage members of the press as well. Thank you very much.
But please, can you give us some clarity on where the tribunal interpretation differed from yours with regard to that single ground that survived?
I just explained earlier on that we all listen to the judgment. We would rather have a copy, read it with calm head, and then we can now make comments without carefully looking at what the tribunal has held. It will be wrong for us to be making hasty comments. Thank you so much.
All right. I know that all of us now know that the Lagos State Governorship Tribunal was had justice subverted. We all saw what happened in Lagos State. We all saw what happened in all the polling units where there were lots of hoodlums, and there was a high level of political and ethnic bigotry and all that. So if the tribunal would go against justice and enact and actually bring to the table injustice, this is not a new thing, because we've seen it in the Presidential Elections Petitions Tribunal, and it's sad. We hope that we don't have a rotten judicial system before 8 years ends, or before 4 years ends. That is going to be sad. That is why we are hoping on the courts in the US and the Supreme Court to bring justice and to bring peace and stability to Nigeria. Finally, I would like to say I will talk about the Senate President for the first time after their recess period, as rumors about the impeachment of Senator Godswill Akpabio loom. Of course, you know that it has been circulated since after the last plenary session that there were rumors about his subsequent impeachment after he made the mistake of talking publicly and unguarded speeches to fellow senators about alleged prayers sent to their mailboxes. All right, there were rumors of his impeachment and all that. In that vein, the Senate have converged once more after a very, very long vacation or recess, in what looks like their first convergence or plenary session after a long vacation. All right. And well, in the speech of Senator Godswill Akpabio, I felt I listened to something very fearful, or the voice of a man who is trying to be careful so he doesn't get impeached. All right, of course, he has been admonished by countless political activists and fellow senators about his unguarded speech sometime a fortnight ago. Listen to this speech, a cut away from it, and then you will be able to tell me if at all he was making that speech in his right senses, or maybe he was afraid in making the speech, so hence he doesn't make another unguarded statement. Stay tuned.
Back to this esteemed Hello Chamber. I trust that the recess allowed you the opportunity to spend quality time with your constituents and loved ones. As we resume to embark on our legislative functions and engagements. I encourage open and constructive dialogue, cooperation, and a spirit of unity on all matters of national significance, as it is through such discourse that we can achieve the best outcomes for all Nigerians. Please be reminded that although our opinions may differ, our common purpose is to advance the well-being of our constituents and our dear nation. In the coming days and weeks, we will address pressing issues, debating, legislating, and striving to find common grounds that will move our nation forward, and we shall have to do all those things expeditiously. I have no doubt that your dedication, your patriotic instincts, wisdom, and integrity will shine through all our endeavors in these hallowed chambers.
Yeah, Senator Godswill Akpabio there. He's speaking like a little boy. He's trying to be very careful about things he says so that he would not get, into trouble once more. Well, yeah, it is good for us politicians to have, our politicians to have guided speech so that they don't say things that they are not supposed to say. Although we will still get the information whether they say it or not. Thank you for staying with us. I hope you enjoyed our videos together. Before I call it quits, I would love to urge and admonish our viewers, most lovely viewers. You've been doing a good job. Please keep it up. Don't forget to like our videos, share them, and then watch till the end. And then if you're watching me for the first time, tap the subscribe button as well as the notification bell so that you will get to link up with me and see my content firsthand anytime I drop a new one. From our table, we're saying see you next time. Bye.